how to read Bitcoin's price movement like a book, like a pro, using Elliott wave, which measures human psychology. It measures it so well, it's unreal. But I'm going to show you how, the why in detail today. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on crypto. So let's dive straight in. So we're going to go straight into an Elliott Wave Basics lesson, right? Lesson is so important, so powerful. Now, what most people don't realize is that the markets move in a predictable, identifiable pattern. And most markets trend in 5 waves. 5 waves in one direction. So it looks something like this. One, so we just see this. This is me covering it a little bit. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really important. And we're going to see my thesis and thinking based on Bitcoin. And we've been pegging it pretty accurately since April. The correction, the movement to the upside, and the current correction that's occurring. If you see the YouTube content, from months ago, even from April, mid-April, and all the way down to even like last week, it's pretty much bang on. And it's following these patterns. Because when mass psychology is involved, human emotion of fear and greed, it becomes identifiable and predictable. And around 60, 70, 80% of the time, it pans out like this. After a 5-wave sequence, what tends to follow is a 3-wave in the direction of the counter trend. So the trend is now up, right? Clearly it's moving up, but what tends to follow afterwards is an ABC correction. Normally 3 waves, A, B, C as a minimum. And we're always anticipating that. And this is just human psychology. The way it happens is just time and time again, and you'll see it time and time again. Markets usually unfold in 5s and 3s. So here's the 5 and here's the 3. The 5 and the 3. And we're always looking for that. I'm always looking for that. And then I can get the context of which part of this market contraction or expansion is the market in. How is the whole market feeling? And then we can kind of project with high probability, never certainties, what's going to occur next. 5-wave patterns are impulsive in structure. So this part here is impulsive, where this higher highs, these highs are higher, and these lows are higher, and they're not overlapping. So it means this wave is not overlapping into this wave region. And then the 3-wave patterns are corrective, meaning they are overlapping and they are moving to the downside. So here it's very aggressive and it's really clear. And here it's almost like it needs a breather, it needs a rest, and it's kind of uncertain on what it wants to do next. So this is the core foundation basics. If you want to know more about the basics of Elliott waves, by the way, take my free Elliott wave and Fibonacci masterclass. It's in the link below because I break this down in a bit more depth. But over the next few days, I'm going to be covering this because I want to cover a few specific points on how does this relate to real life right now. So that was, that was the corrective phase. So what I want to do now is jump into a live chart with Bitcoin, right? I've zoomed right the way out with Bitcoin, right? And I'm going to jump back and forth in a second. Is this. Let's do it like this, actually. I think you'll find this really cool. I'm going to draw on this, and let's do it like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's what I'm looking for. And now I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw it like that. I'll draw it like this. 5. Right. This is my thesis on Bitcoin. Right. This is what I think is going to happen. So now if we jump back into the live chart and you go, how does that relate? Well, what I'm seeing is this is the wave 1, as in over here. Now, this is a long time frame, right? So, we want to look at the more recent data. But this here looks like the wave 1 in 2017. We had this nice wave 2 correction. Now, this part of the red line is what I'm seeing as this part here, right? So it doesn't perfectly unfold because we're looking at the theory and then the real life, right? Real life. So it's going to zoom in. It's kind of contracted like this. I'm more seeing it like this, kind of like this part here. So it doesn't work that well, right? The drawing. Let me draw it now the way I'm seeing it here, right? We'll use the drawing tool so we can see it the same. Is the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I think a wave 4 is forming, not complete yet. And then we're going to finish off this cycle with this amazing bullish wave 5. And that's how I'm relating it to this over here, right? This over here, this part here, right? So this is really important for us to understand. So I'm just going to clear this up because I want to finish today with this, because I don't know if I'm making it clear how powerful this tool is. Elliott wave. Now, if we combine it with a few other things, which we're going to be covering over the next few days, because I want to upskill, because we're going through a bit of a correction right now, right? Market is sideways to down overall, and we should anticipate it being sideways to down for a few more weeks overall. We'll get some possible upside movement in between. But time and time again, whether it's Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or some low caps, these patterns tend to unfold time and time again. And if it does unfold like this, remember, we can only do probabilities and never certainties. What's likely to happen at the end of the bull run, which is over the course of the next, I think, 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6 months, is this amazing upside movement where we'll smash a 6-figure Bitcoin. But we can use Elliott wave and Fibonacci to kind of see how this unfolds. But can you see this pattern? Can you see how it's unfolding? But check this out now. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to do something because I think it's important. Because I was using this. If you saw my first ever YouTube video, it was based on this price action, right? This price action here. And let me see if I can do it like this. Yeah. And what I saw happening was, this 5-wave structure, 1, 2, well, it looks like a 3, 4, and then this 5th wave diagonal, 5. This is a wave 3 of a wave 5 of a wave 3. And we projected in advance that is likely to top out and then do a correction. And that's what it did, right? So this was Elliott wave patterns, almost at its best. But we also combined it with a few other tools. So what am I going to cover in tomorrow? Because I'm trying to do like a series here, a series of just upskilling lessons. So tomorrow, what we're going to cover, I got this new device called, I'm not going to say what it's called because last time I said it, they started popping up adverts on my thing. So I'm just going to see what I want to cover tomorrow, and then we're going to finish on our quote. So tomorrow we're going to cover a bit more on Elliott wave fundamentals, Elliott wave foundation and fundamentals, because there's a few key things that if you can understand, you'll see it happening time and time again, and it'll give you an edge. So let me finish with a quote off the top of my head rather than from my book. The trend is your friend. Ride it until its end, until it reaches its bend. Right? In Elliott wave terms, the trend, wave 1s, wave 3s, and wave 5s are the impulsive part of the trends, and we want to ride those. And when it comes to Bitcoin is like a macro indicator, especially when it's doing its wave 3s and wave 5s, it influences the rest of the market. So when Bitcoin is going up by 20, 30, 50%, altcoins, younger coins, under 30 million market cap, under 10 million market cap, are going up 300, 500, 1,000%, right, in the same amount of time. And that's why it's really powerful to know this. So if you want to learn some more, and you don't want to wait for tomorrow's lesson, I'm still calling it a lesson, it's tomorrow's video, you can take my free Elliott wave Fibonacci masterclass. It's in the link below. But tomorrow we are going to cover a bit more depth on Elliott wave. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you tomorrow.